Will James Franco keep acting after being accused of a variety of things in recent years? We'll break it down for you, so stick with us until the very end. 1. Franco's dark history. For many years, Franco has been accused of different atrocities against women. He admits to contacting a 17-year-old girl and asked her to meet him at his hotel back in 2014. After his Golden Globe win for The Disaster Artist in 2018, 6 women accused him of sexual misconduct on Twitter, and 5 more women accused him of sexually coercive behavior at his now closed acting school. So you'd think something would be done about this, right? But that's not the case. That was not the case. Instead, what occurred demonstrated that Hollywood has a serious problem with covering up for top-tier actors. Yes, I received a few of the tweets, and yes, I'd read them. I haven't replied yet. I believe this was demonstrated even more clearly when Seth Rogen read from a journal during his opening monologue on Saturday Night Live, telling the audience, "To cheer myself up, I decided to play a joke on James Franco. I pretended to be a girl on Instagram and told him I was a teenager." He appeared unconcerned by the situation. I have a meeting scheduled with him at the Ace Hotel. While Rogen did later apologize for saying that, that doesn't excuse him from saying it in the first place. And only after Franco was accused again, as well as Rogen's apparent treatment of various persons during The Disaster Artist, demonstrating that he was willing to go to bat for Franco after multiple accusations had been levied against him. But one thing I've learned is that this is clearly a conversation that needs to be had. There are women along the way. Hollywood has a history of covering for its biggest stars since profits come first. And despite the fact that there was clearly something wrong with him, he kept obtaining gigs, including the one that won him a lot of accolades in the Disaster Artist division. Like a true Hollywood star, Franco attempted to assign guilt to the victims. 2. Again, Franco's response to the accusations after the woman from his acting studio came forward to accuse him of various misconducts is another thing yet. His lawyer issued a statement in which he questioned the veracity of the complaints. That #MeToo and #TimesUp movements have made huge and vital contributions to improving not only the culture of the entertainment industry, but also the world as a whole. And I honestly feel that they deserve to be a part of this discourse, which is why I was wearing the pin. So I believe that yes, I had a terrific time with her, and that we had a great relationship. She deleted the tweet. I honestly have no idea. Unfortunately, while these activities have rightfully brought down a lot of despicable persons, they have also entrapped an innocent man named James Franco, according to a notice of demurrer acquired by the Associated Press. The scandalous charges in the lawsuit have been fantastic tabloid fodder, but like most tabloid tales, they are untrue and inflammatory, legally baseless, and they were filed as a class action with the evident goal of gaining as much publicity as possible for the plaintiffs. They said that these women seeking justice were simply looking for publicity, which is absurd because there are plenty of other ways to attract attention. Furthermore, if their lawsuit had lost, they would have been left holding the bag, which would have meant a significant financial loss, as well as being labeled as liars. But you're not intrigued enough to approach her as someone with whom you've had a conversation. It was surprising, and the accusers and their attorneys had something to say about it. Mr. Franco's aggressive attempt to portray himself as the victim and destroy the reputations of those who have come forward is unfortunately a frequent approach adopted by wrongdoers. It's one among the numerous reasons why so many survivors are still hesitant to come up about their ordeals in public. We are convinced that Mr. Franco's claims are without merit, and we are confident that as we work our way through the legal system and hear from numerous other witnesses and survivors, we will be able to bring full justice to the women who have been abused and exploited by Mr. Franco and his associates. As if to add gasoline to the flames, he appeared on Stephen Colbert's late program and said, "The things that I heard that were on Twitter are not correct, but I absolutely support individuals coming out and having a voice because they didn't have a voice for so long." As I previously stated, we heard some incredible things from some incredible women. As a result, I don't want to turn them off in any way. I think it's a terrific idea, and I'm in favor of it before addressing shitty, Franco stated. First and foremost, I am completely unaware of what I did to Ali Sheedy. I directed her in an off-Broadway production. With her complete respect for her, I had nothing but a good time. I'm not sure why she was so furious that she took it out on me. I'm proud of the fact that I own up to my mistakes. That's something I need to do to be healthy. It's something I do whenever I'm aware of a problem or a need for change. It is something I make an effort to do. The way I lead my life, if there's reparation to be done, I can't exist, Franco continued. I am confident that I will succeed. As a result, if I make a mistake, I will correct it. I feel compelled to, and I believe this is how it works. In terms of the greater issues, I don't know what else to do. There are tales to be told and individuals to be heard, and I believe the goal of it all is that we listen. That night, there were some amazing people talking, and they had a lot to say. 3. The settlement. James Franco and related organizations agreed to pay $2,235,000 to settle a lawsuit alleging that he pressured acting students to engage in more explicit scenes on camera earlier this year. The case was filed by Sarah Tyler Kaplan and Tony Gao, 2 former pupils of Franco's acting class, in October 2020. While the #MeToo movement has brought attention to a wide range of inappropriate behavior in Hollywood and beyond, this was a rare instance of alleged sexual exploitation turning into a putative class action. This is my personal perspective on the situation. Well, keep scrolling for more. You don't want to miss this. But I have faith in these folks who have been marginalized, getting their stories out to the point where I could say, I believe in it. The parties agree to a statement that says in part, while the defendants continue to reject the charges as part of the settlement, they admit in the lawsuit that plaintiffs have identified important issues, and that all parties feel now is a key time to focus on addressing women's mistreatment in Hollywood. Everyone agrees on one thing: no one in the entertainment industry, no matter who they are, should encounter discrimination, harassment, or prejudice of any kind. That may appear to be a worthy settlement at first glance. Franco basically confesses he made a mistake and that all spoke out about the industry's flaws at the time. Only if Hollywood accepts responsibility and follows through on what happened to Franco. Or to put it another way, will Hollywood continue to hire him? That's a more complicated topic than you might think, because what it boils down to isn't only Hollywood refusing to hire Franco to perform in things like TV shows and movies, but also that he won't be able to make or produce them. Because I'm not going to aggressively refute things, I'll just do it because I believe in it so strongly. Former pals like Seth Rogen have publicly stated that they will no longer collaborate with Franco as a result of this. Franco and Rogen, on the other hand, have a deal with Hulu to make a show, so that's something to keep in mind. Another factor to consider is that it may just be a case of time ending all wounds, though this is certainly not a certainty in either scenario. Franco will not be the man he was in Hollywood, which is probably for the best considering the devastation he's caused. That's all there is to it, everyone. A look at James Franco's condition and whether or not his acting career will continue despite all of the charges and confirmations that have been made against him. Do you believe Hollywood will go out of its way to blacklist Franco? Or will they, like so many others before him, simply turn a blind eye? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you on the channel again soon.